All right, what is up, people? How you doing? Welcome back to Card. I almost said Cards Against Humanity, but that's not who we are. Uh, Card Games United. That is who we are.
Maybe.
We're here to do a set review today for uh, the Extra Booster 8, My Glorious Justice.
I'm doing my Aqua Force research so I can know what the fuck I'm talking about when I talk about the deck. Because this is an Aqua Force set, so I'm getting.
Hey, my dude. You only need to talk about 2 cards and you're good. Anyway, so getting right into the set review, because Ryan isn't here and therefore we don't need to have all the silly nonsense we usually have. Uh, first card, Super Dimensional Robo Die Liner.
Yo, I've heard mad people complain about the Dimension Police support.
I mean, it's pretty good.
They're just like, there's no counter charger.
I mean, yeah, but if you're going to go through every V-Series clan that wants a counter charger, you're going to go through every V-Series clan. It's just something that they don't do that much anymore because you're supposed to actually think about when you use your counterblast and conserve your resources and, decide is this worth paying the cost for or not, instead of just, I can do effects forever, lol, like they had in G-Series.
I mean...
So, that said, what Die Liner does is all your grade 3 units gain 10k shield and act once per turn, counterblast 1, soul blast 1, look at 7 cards at the top of the deck, reveal a normal unit from among them, put it into your hand, and if it was a grade 3, this unit gets 20k power and 1 crit. This card's good.
You could run 12 grade 3s in DP now.
I mean, you can. I'm still not certain it's a great idea, but you can.
I mean, you run
10
4
grade 3s, maybe.
You run 4 of this, you run 4 grade Daisha in like 2 to 4 Dizers.
I believe that. Because this, like, the 10k shield is good, but you don't want to be like, fuck it, I can play a million grade 3s because then you're just going to screw up your ride ratios.
Ryan thinks that, Force 2 with Dimension Police is going to be good.
Stop. He can't even defend himself right now. We all know it wasn't a good idea.
He can defend himself in the comment.
I believe even he, deep down in his heart of hearts, would know that it's not a great idea. He just really likes the idea of critting people to death. So, 4 out of 5?
I mean, searches for Great Daisha. That was Dimension Police's biggest issue.
Also,
you had to run like 7 draw triggers.
This card requires exactly 0 grade 3s in Soul, so you can start having your pressure immediately as soon as you ride. That's a pretty good thing.
So, yeah. Card's a 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. Next up, we have my boy, Ice Prison Necromancer, Cositus.
I mean, I will be building Cositus.
Well, so. I have built Cositus. I was playing Cositus VT6. Anyway.
I just probably pulled him out of a random pack and just threw him in a box because I thought he was bad.
It wasn't bad, though. You could recycle your effects. It was efficient. But no, we can't care about efficiency anymore. Everything has to be overt power, so we can make this game entirely about smacking each other in the face. Anyway, fuck you, Bushiroad. What Cositus does is continuous during your turn. If your drop zone has 10 or more cards, it gets 10k power, and if it has 20 or more cards, it gets 20k power and a crit, instead of the 10k power. Why they didn't just write another 10k power and a crit, I will never know, but this works. And then act once per turn, counterblast 1, mill 4, call up to the number of grade 3 cards in your soul plus 2 cards from your drop zone power seat. Once again, works as a first ride, sets up your drop zone, pluses a ton, potential crit pressure later in the game. This card good.
This card's a 3.5 out of 5.
I think this card's a 5 out of 5. Name literally anything you would want it to do that it doesn't do.
Not deck you out.
I mean, you realize you don't have to use the skill, right?
I mean...
Like, if you're getting close to deck out, that's when you switch to Baskirk.
The problem is that Grand Blue's main source of pressure is Skull Dragons anyways.
Yeah, so you just played this Baskirk and Skull Dragon, you're good. Like, you can make a couple spots for Night Swordsman if you want, because he's pretty good as well, but like, there's literally nothing preventing this card from working with anything in the deck already.
Well, it's funny because like Grand Blue was topping like a lot the initial week of release in Japan.
Because this is good.
Well, but then this deck just like fell out. Probably because there was a lot more Aquaforce being played, but I mean, this card's good. Just 5 out of 5 though has to be like game breaking.
No, that's not true.
I'm willing to revert my score to a 4 out of 5.
I'm keeping it a 5 out of 5 because there is literally nothing you could have reasonably asked this card to do that it does not already do.
I guess technically it's searchable off Greed Shade, so you don't have to worry about the consistency issues with Baskirk we used to have. Oh, you don't see your Baskirk? Just sit there and die.
No, you don't. Now you can't not see your Baskirk. Congratulations.
You can still play 2 Baskirk if you're getting close to deck out. Just
oh, of course.
Baskirk.
You're going to play Baskirk, you're going to play this, and you're going to play either Skull Dragon or Night Swordsman, and then you're good. You can maybe Tech a Franger if you want to go that route, but like, having 2 bosses that do effectively the same thing is never a bad thing. Third card. Glory Maelstrom gets a 0.
What the
down
fuck?
to the triple R's.
Hey, no, we didn't get to talk about Glory Maelstrom.
Oh, no, he got a 0. He's off the screen. The little hand pushed him off and everything. You saw. Platinum Ace. During your turn, this unit gets 5k power if it's on Vanguard. Rearguard when it attacks if you have a Raid 3 or greater with power 30,000 or greater. Soul Blast 1, and this unit gets 10k power when crit. I keep wanting to say 1k crit, but 1,000 crits would be weird. Yeah, so this good. This, like, real good.
Yeah, I don't see any downsides with this card.
Right.
You can use Force 2 on it to make it 3 crit.
You literally just, like, not 5 minutes ago criticized Ryan for saying Force 2. And then
he's gonna watch this.
Like, but you could put Force 2 on this thing for cheese. Like, and with this thing, why would you not want Force 1 when you have 2 columns swinging with a crit every turn?
Yeah, but Force 2.
3 if you play that other grade 3.
No, Lord Ryan said it was good.
Lord Ryan said Force 2 was good in everything because he just likes the idea of critting people to death and doesn't realize that you need actual pressure. Ugh. We can talk about Glory Maelstrom. Hand, bring it back.
Yo, this card's a problem.
I mean, kind of, but okay, so first off, what it does is act once per turn, counterblast 1, until end of turn, your opponent cannot intercept, and can only call 1 card from hand to Guardian for each battle. If your soul has a card with Maelstrom in the name, all front row units get plus 10k. This card is obnoxious. It's, like, really shittily designed, though I do appreciate the fact that it's
Unique.
It is unique. And
It makes
like,
Aquaforce
Glory
have something
Maelstrom
different
was
from-
always a unique card, so having it do another unique thing
I mean,
serves the original quite well.
It's an interesting card because it actually pushes Aquaforce to be distinct from Nova Grappler instead of just we're the other restanding clan, but worse.
I mean, you were just sort of trading. You were in the battle for last, is where Aquaforce and Nova Grappler were, and then they both suddenly got really good. So,
Well, Aquaforce right now is the worst deck in the game, so
I don't know. Genesis is pretty shitty.
I mean, Dark Irregulars are shitty too, but
No, Dark Regulars are definitely better than Aquaforce right now. Like, Genesis is pretty shit.
I'm gonna give this card a
Spike Brothers, maybe? I'll think of other worse ones. Just you wait.
Mega Colony.
Oh yeah, Mega Colony. Yeah, Mega Colony is easily
Brant.
worse. And Brant. There you go. See, there are plenty of worse decks than Aquaforce.
Aquaforce can rush the shit out of Brant right now.
Yeah, so Glory Maelstrom gets a 0.
I was gonna give him a 4.5 out of 5.
He gets a 0. He shouldn't exist. Fuck that card.
Why? It's not. It's got
No,
some
okay,
cons to
so-
it. Look, you can damage deny him. He's an act counterblast off.
No. You can damage deny him is not an argument because that needs a very specific deck that can operate around damage denial. And at that point, you're just trying to wait until late game against a highly aggressive deck. Like, the problem with Maelstrom is that there is no counterplay around him. It's just either you kill him or he kills you. So it's just Smackfest face guard, which...
Well, but like,
I don't like helmet
all of
decks.
most of Aquaforce's attacks are 1 card to guard anyways, except for fucking Coral Assault.
Yeah, so it's not like it's a
Or
matter...
Bazile if you play that.
It's not a matter of every single time this card is going to hit the board and win the game. It's a matter of every single time this card is going to hit the board and you are not going to have fun. It's an anti-game card, and I just don't like those.
I mean, I've seen some test videos of this card. I think I saw this card take out a DP player that had like an 11 card hand, but on 5 damage. Because one of the attacks just was unguardable and they did not have the PG. Because... It's interesting to know, by the way, that a lot of Japanese players are cutting Title Assault out completely. Just to play cards that gain more power.
I mean, it makes sense, and that's sort of the disgusting part about it. Because, like, you're just trying to force that bullshit win con.
They're even playing, like, the vanilla...
You cannot argue that win con is not bullshit.
Oh, what? Just hit above 33k and just watch the opponent be in PG or die territory?
Yeah. You don't even have to hit above 23. You have to hit 23 and then check for triggers.
So if I hit a front trigger, you die.
Yeah. Like, double front, you automatically take 5 damage. What the fuck?
That's
Anyway.
fucked up.
Magical Police Quilt. Oh, and you're almost always guaranteed to have to take the Vanguard attack.
I think a perfect item.
Get the fuck home. Not every deck is a protect deck. Okay, Magical Police Quilt. When placed, discard a card from your hand. One of your Vanguards gets 10k power. When your Vanguard attacks, if its power is 30k or greater, count a +1, draw a card.
I mean...
More defense for DP. Yay!
Too bad it costs a counterblast every time, but...
I mean, yeah. Like, this card is obviously not perfect, but it definitely has some appealing qualities. It's worth
DP
playing.
players will play it anyways.
Yeah, it's worth playing. It's also super cute, so it has that going for it. Next, yep. Rejade, my other boy. Vanguard Rearguard, during your turn, if your drop zone has 10 or more cards, this card gets 5k power. Nice. Auto
force
Rearguard,
numbers.
when placed, discard a card from your hand, put 2 cards from the top of your deck in drop zone, return a card not named Rejade from your drop zone to your hand. Very nice. So,
Toolbox. Good card.
Toolbox, drop
4
zone
of.
setup, decent beat stick, auto 4 of.
You can kick out, like, fucking Commodore Blue Blood or some shit like that.
I still like Commodore Blue Blood just because he's a little bit more defense. I think you definitely play 4 of this. You might have to dial back Moonshade or something, but you're probably doing like a 4-3-3-2 lineup or something like that. Next, yep, Ripple Banshee, my girl. When placed from drop zone, Soul Blast 1, draw a card, and this unit gets 4k power till end of turn. Base 8k. This card is perfect. Cost of Soul Blast. Soul Blast is basically a cost you want to pay anyway. Gives you a 12k booster or beat stick, depending on the situation. Gives you a little more defense. Name anything else you want from this card.
Guard restrict.
Stop asking for guard restrict.
Restanding.
Not every card can have guard restrict.
Restander.
Stop asking for restand. Not every card can be a restander. Coral Assault. Motherfucking Coral Assaults. During your turn, if you have 4 or more rest units, this card gets power plus 15. This
That
card
makes
gets
it 30.
power plus 15.
That makes it 34th glory
This
skill.
card gets power plus 15.
Oh, come on. There's a condition for it.
This card... No, there fucking isn't!
You have to have 4 rested units.
Okay, let me
fairness,
make
it
it
counts
my
itself.
second attack when I want to be digging for triggers with Maelstrom on the first attack anyway.
I mean...
Go home, sir. This card has no condition, and beats for auto death. What the fuck is that?
It's 34 in a non-Excel circle with Maelstrom's skill.
So fucking dumb.
So I can have 2 of these in my front row.
So fucking dumb. And then, to put a cherry on top, it has that effect where at the end of your turn, if you have, if you attack 4 or more times, you can put it into soul, draw a card.
Yeah, that means if I'm playing a control clan, I can just put this shit in the soul, gain a
So
resource,
you're not
and draw
even
a card.
risking any of your resources to get your free auto death beater.
The problem is this card's a piece, so I'm never going to use that skill unless if I'm going up against a control clan.
Like if you don't have the glory in hand.
I mean, even with OG Maelstrom, this thing's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, but I figure if you don't have the Maelstrom, you'd rather slip it in soul and try and dig than leave it on board to get swung at.
Are you gonna swing? Are you gonna swing the shit out of this card?
Oh, of course I'm gonna swing the shit out of that card.
Are you gonna waste a Vanguard attack on it?
Probably not. But it depends on the situation, so we'll see. Wheel Assault.
Welcome to, like, probably the best +1 the clan has access to.
At the end of battle at boosted, choose 2 of your rear guards and exchange their position. Old school multi-attack. Yay!
That's a weird-ass skill. It's not bad. Just weird.
I'm pretty sure it's what his original skill was, but without the counterblast.
It's free.
It's not even weird. It's just the original Aqua Force effect. You have divorced yourself so much from what the clan was supposed to be that you forgot what it was.
You mean when they were the clan that just switched the shit out of their units for multi-attack?
Yeah.
And that was actually unique and creative?
Yeah. And now everything stands. Yay. When rode upon, counterblast 1, draw a card, and call a card from hand to rear guard.
You can call a Riptide in turn 2.
Well, it's also just, a +1. So there.
Congratulations, it's the only +1 the fucking clan has access to.
I mean, yeah.
All the other cards
you shouldn't
retired.
have access to plussing.
Nova Grappler has access to plussing.
They shouldn't have access to plussing either.
Well, they do. Quite a bit, actually.
But they shouldn't. Superdimensional Robo-Disaurus. Vanguard, count during your turn, 5k power for each card in your damage zone. Okay. Rear guard, at the end of battle, if your Vanguard's power is 35 or greater, counterblast 1, put this into soul, and one of your Vanguards gets power +10, drive +1. Yeah.
2 of. Good card.
2 of or 4 of.
I mean, 4 of if you want to go that fucking 12 grade 3 route I suggested.
Like, I can see you cutting Super Daisha down to 2. Like,
you mean Great Daisha?
And that's Super Ultimate Dimensional Robo Great Daisha.
Oh wait, yeah, you might be right.
Yeah. Yeah, so I can see you cutting him down to 2.
I'm advocating for that card as a 4 of in the new deck.
I mean, one way or the other. Like, this card is definitely solid, definitely has a place. Like, you don't even mind the Vanguard ability that much because it makes him a decent beat stick that gets all your effects off. And the rear guard effect is just super good. Roaring Beast Audion. Why are you not Zeal?
Oh,
that is my thoughts on this card.
Is that monster card thing?
That is that monster card thing.
That people were complaining about that it wasn't Zeal.
Yes. Because you give us all these monsters and everyone's just sitting there like, ooh, the Kaiju are coming out. Does that mean Zeal's back? Does that mean we're going to get the Kaiju deck again with Zeal? I liked playing the Kaiju deck with Zeal. Please, Daddy Bushiroad, give me the Kaiju deck with Zeal. And they're like, no, fuck you. You're going to play the Kaiju deck with this weird-ass thing from out of nowhere. Like, fuck you, Bushiroad. Print fan favorite cards. Stop printing Blaster Blade. Fuck you.
You know they have like 4 different printings of Blaster Blade now.
Fuck that card, man. Fuck Blaster Blade, fuck Blaster Dark. World would be better off without him. Glory Maker. What do you even do? When it boosts, if the boosted unit has 30k or greater, counterblast 1 until end of turn. Your opponent can only guard with grade 0s from his or her hand. That's okay.
You'll probably find the grade 1 space for it.
Counterblast's a little expensive, so it's like But it's okay. Especially because at 30k they're probably only going to be able to guard with grade zeros in the first place. So I don't know about it, but like maybe I'll probably take it. Master Swordsman Nightstorm. I like seeing this card. I used to play this card. Vanguard Rearguard, when placed, mill 2, and it gets 5k power. When it attacks Vanguard, if your drop zone has 10 or more, counterblast 1, draw a card. Cheap plussing, drop zone setup, no bad features.
Yeah, maybe you could find room for it.
Yeah, it's sort of an if you want to play card. As opposed
Got
to
Basker for it.
I don't think you cut Basker because you're gonna need a Vanguard for if you're gonna deck out. Like, you can't just like ignore that condition. Stormride Ghost Ship. And this card cannot be called. Auto, when it attacks, it gets 15k power. And in the battle, draw a card, retire this unit.
Yeah, I like that.
Yep.
You can call these early game with Cassitis and keep drawing cards off that shit.
Yeah.
And then once the opponent's at like 4 or 5
this
damage,
is the reason
you can
could
transition.
actually consider cutting Skull Dragon.
The Skull Dragon gets big
because you
late
can
game.
call this out as a beat stick.
Skull Dragon gets big late game though too.
Skull Dragon does get big late game, but you don't want to get that late game.
Hey, I just think you can call this card and flip off your opponent with the draw.
It is fun to flip off your opponent with draws. Okay. Troubadour Dead Alfeo. Why is this card so trash?
Is that card that like when placed from drop zone or something?
No, when placed from hand.
Oh,
if it was when placed from drop zone, it would be okay. But it's when placed from hand, if your drop zone has 10 or more cards, discard a card, countercharge, soul charge. Why?
Yeah, Cutlass
Just
is better.
why?
Cutlass is better.
Cutlass is better, and he's an R from fucking 10 sets ago. Oh, also it's a 7k body. This thing is shit. Why is it a double R? Like, every other Grand Blue card has hit the mark perfectly, and then that thing came up, and it's just like, you just dropped a turd on my screen. Thanks, Bushy Road. Hydro Hurricane Dragon?
That's a weird fucking card.
It's a weird fucking card.
It retires shit, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Probably not going to have room for this in the Maelstrom deck, but you can play this as Naval Gazer.
If you want to play super budget, like, you can play super budget.
You can play this with Naval Gazer.
Yeah. Get yourself a trial deck, get a few copies of this card. Like, there's a couple other staple cards that you're going to want to see.
Tidal Assault will go down in price if people are ditching him.
Tidal Assault would work. If you can afford a couple copies of Coral Assault, that makes the deck all the better. And like, it's just one of those things where you can stitch together a pretty reasonable deck for pretty cheap with this guy. Like, obviously, I doubt he's ever going to play in any of the, like, super competitive builds, because there's no space for him, and he doesn't have any synergy with anything.
Well, the problem with the super competitive build is that you need 4 OG Maelstrom, and you need 4 of the new Maelstrom, and then you need to play, like, Riptide or some shit like that.
I'm going to skip this next card because I have a rant.
Is this an Aquaforce card?
Yes, and we're coming back to it in a second. We're going to skip right to Stormrider Nicolos. Auto, Vanguard Rearguard, when placed, look at 7 cards from the top of your deck for a Marine General of the Restless Tides, Algos. Put it into your hand, shuffle your deck, this unit gets 3k power until end of turn. Not a bad card.
I mean, Solemn Vanguard was complaining about this card. He was like, oh, it pigeonholes us into having to play Algos, and I would like the clan.
Here's the thing. You still want to play Algos.
Weren't you complaining about the whole, like, Blaster Blade, Blaster Dark thing?
But you want to cut Blaster Blade and Blaster Dark. You still want to play Algos. And even if you didn't, this card is literally just, hey, I'm a completely free 11k booster. There are worse things.
You know what this card is? You know what number this card makes behind Glory Maelstrom? 33.
You know what number they can't guard Glory Maelstrom?
33.
Yeah.
You know what this number makes in the early game? Actually, you know what number this card makes with the 12k vanilla?
23.
Yeah. You know plus 10 it makes?
33.
Oh, shit, yeah. Oh, wait, you might have a point.
Yeah, see? Like, even if you ignore the Algos part, like, being an 11k booster for free
Oh, shit.
is okay.
This thing can make a 20k column on my turn 2 rush. So that means I can swing with my 9k. If they get the defensive trigger, that's fine, because this can still hit because of the 11k boost.
Mad about being pigeonholed into that good card now?
Yeah, I like this card.
Yeah, there you go. Alright, now it's rant.
It doesn't even cost anything.
Exactly. It is literally completely free. There is no reason whatsoever to complain about this card.
Alright, what's the card you're going to rant about?
I am going to rant about the motherfucking Blue Wings. Because fuck this card series. Fuck it right in its puckered aquatic asshole. Why? Just why? Like, that unique effect where they all stand if you drive check a heal trigger, that's just extra reward for sacking, which... Why do you want to give people a reward for sacking? That's so dumb. That is so dumb. You are taking the worst part of the game and accentuating it. And then they all have effects that are just complete and utter bullshit. Like, one of them gives all your units resist. One of them just searches up to 3 things for fucking free.
I mean, fairness. You didn't rant about Blaster Arrow. She gives everything resist too.
Well, that's because blasters necessitate you to cut all the good cards out of your deck. Like, the Blue Wings are all good cards.
No one plays them!
Like, yeah, no one plays them because it's an unfinished deck because they didn't give it a grade 3, and hallelujah, thank the Lord they didn't give it a grade 3.
So what if they get a grade 3? It's like, oh, if you drive check this, it counts as a heal trigger.
That would be annoying. Like, it still wouldn't be great with only that effect, but it would be annoying that it exists. Because you don't want to support that playstyle.
Actually, one of the Blue Wings gives a +2 or something? Or plus... Actually, yeah, one of the Blue Wings I think can be a +3?
Oh yeah, it can give you a +3 if you have, like, 3 Blue Wings at the top. Which you're not going to have because it's an unfinished archetype. Which, hallelujah, thank the god, this should never have existed, and it should definitely never be completed. Because it's either overpowered jank or it's entirely sacky toxic bullshit. And it's just like, stop that. Make effects that are actually like require skill to use.
Would you be pissed if you gave a Blue Wing deck to Ryan because he's gonna keep getting
he's
heal
gonna check all 4 heal triggers every time and stand his entire fucking field?
Heal trigger. You hear that, Ryan? We should get you a Blue Wing deck so that you can keep sacking like a motherfucker.
I hate you already.
Wait, what if I try to build some janky Blue Wing Naval Gazer bullshit and I keep checking heal triggers against you? You're gonna be annoyed.
Important grade 3 and important single R and below. There aren't really any except Scare Dick because he has Dick in his name, and Sexilla because she has sex in her name.
Wait, what about Comb Assault?
No, shush. Scare Dick and Sexilla.
Okay.
Okay, what's this card?
Hello.
Okay, that's the end of the video.
Are there no commons that you want to talk about?
Not really. Is there one you wanted to talk about?
I mean, there's the Blood Dragon. One that can potentially negate a trigger.
Blood Dragon?
Bleb.
Oh, that thing. Meh. I don't think you have space for it. Like, it's kind of neat because you're sort of hedging your lose con, but, like, if you find the space, but if you don't, then you're not really crying about it.
Yeah, so that's the video, I guess.
Oh, you have to give the set a grade.
Probably give it an 80.
80 sounds fair. Like, the high rarity stuff is really good. It's very impactful on the meta, but like
lower rarity stuff is trash.
Lower rarity stuff is kind of missable. There's not a lot of like budget.
The set doesn't dethrone Bermuda Triangle.
Didn't Messiahs already dethrone Bermuda?
Yeah, it took Messiahs to do that.
Okay,
and they still top it at an insane rate.
So that was the set. Oh, and it's all aggro. There's no real variety in controls, and there's no real budget builds outside of like
Hydro Hurricane
and Blue Wings, and just don't build Blue Wings. Do the rest of us.
Well, you know Ryan's going to build Blue Wings, so he can keep checking heal triggers and restanding his board.
Don't build Blue Wings. Oh, do you think maybe we should have talked about how there's like a million vanillas in this set?
Nah.
Okay, bye!